we're gonna be ranking tunes based on if they were an orphanage, if they were in an orphanage, would I adopt them? Uh, let's read the tiers right here. I'm not gonna read them to you. You can read, presumably. I would hope so. Anyway, so Astro, he's like a maybe. I don't actually have strong opinions on Astro. Like I think he's a cutie patootie. Bobette, I'm sorry, she's probably a maybe not. You know, she's cute. She's got a nice personality, but her gameplay is so bad. I know we're not basing this off of gameplay. I just don't like her. Boxton, he's a maybe, but behind Astro. Not really much to say there. Brightney, I hate this freaking lamp. She's staying in the orphanage. She's a freaking nerd. Also, Cole is staying in the orphanage. I don't. No one cares about Cole. Connie. She'd be annoying to raise. She's also staying. Okay, Cosmo. Do I think he would be really whiny and really annoying? Yes. But also, can I kind of respect that? Yes. So he's going in maybe. Dandy. You know what? He's going in totally. You know, he'd be a fun little guy to have around. I would gladly raise him. You know? Like Slay. Finn. Lil Fiend. Yeah, he's a totally. Probably Danny's behind him. I like Finn. I like Finn. I think that he would be really nice to have around. I'd love to hear his little fish jokes. I'm sorry for like the ad in the corner, but like I can't control that. Flutter. Flutter's going like at the top of totally. Flutter's underrated. I love Flutter. Gigi on the other hand, I love Gigi, but I don't want to raise her. She's a maybe not, you know? You know, Ginger, she's a maybe, you know? She's quiet, which I can respect. You know, who doesn't love Ginger? Cake, listen. Oh, this is hard. He's going at like the bottom of totally, you know? Honestly, I think Glisten's a little overrated. I'm not like the world's biggest Glisten fan, but he's cute. I can respect him. Goob, I've already adopted them. He's adorable. I love Goob. Louie, I don't even need to adopt him. Where'd he go? As I was saying, I don't need. Oh yeah, he's down here. I don't need to adopt him. I've already given birth to him. He's the only one that's not adopted. Okay, Pebble. Pebble's solidly a maybe. You know, he's like a dog though. No, he's totally, but like towards the bottom. Poppy, she'd be so freaking annoying. She's a maybe not. Razzle and Dazzle, not only do I just not have strong opinions on them, but like they're not interesting enough. They're not. I wouldn't like look at them and say like, oh yeah, you're the ones that are gonna come home with me. Um, Roger is staying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, he would make a terrible child. Rudy, everyone's favorite. Rudy. Sure, there. I don't care that much about Rudy, but I like him more than any of these guys, so you know. Scraps, I hate her. But I also don't want Goob to be alone. She's going at the very front of maybe, you know, above Astro. Shelly, I'd adopt, you know. Who doesn't love a good Shelly? Shrimpo, I know what you're saying. Haley, Shrimpo's annoying, would yell at you all the time. Like, I could fix him. I could fix him, chat. Not a good mentality for a relationship, but you know, maybe it works for adoption. Sprout. Ooh, do I want a little berry boy? A little berry man, some might say. You know, I like Sprout. I like Sprout. You know, he's going like there. Tegan. Nope. She's like my least favorite Toon. Next to one that we're gonna get to, Tisha. You know, who doesn't love a child that like likes to do chores? I can respect that. Oh my god, sorry, I'm lagging so much. I can respect Tisha, so you know, she's also not super interesting though. She's gonna go below Pebble. Toodles, she's the only one that's like a child. You know, she's 8 years old. Her age is literally printed on her head. She's towards the front at maybe. Okay, V. You know, I like V. Like, I like V, but maybe not. I feel like I wouldn't want to raise her. Yada is such a totally. She had a goob? Yeah, she's a head of goob. The circus troops gotta be together, okay? I love Yada. I think she's a silly. Bassie! Once again, she's like quiet. You know, she wouldn't get in the way. She's real cute too. Like at the bottom of already adopted them. Coco, you know, you're either Team Bassie or Team Coco, unless you ship them. So I feel like Coco's though also pretty cool. So, you know, you put her like there. Coco, you're changing. Now here's my favorite character. You are a grown man. I should not need to adopt you. The only thing that should be adopting you is the retirement home. You're staying in the orphanage. F tier. I do not care what they say. Eggson is my least favorite Toon ever. He sucks. He's not a cutie patootie. Oh boy, some little stinkers here. Last two. Flight. I really like Flight, like probably more than I should. He's ahead of Bassie. I like him more than Bassie. He's a perfect blend of angsty and not angsty. Blot. I mean, he's my least favorite of the circus troupe, but that's honestly not saying a lot because I really love the circus troupe, like all of them. So, you know, he's below Goob. Yep, there we go. Every Dandy's World Toon. If I would adopt them, this was an interesting tier list. I know this is not at all what I usually post, and y'all are probably gonna hate this, and I don't know if I'm gonna post this, but it's 1 a.m.